Raise your hand if you had Jaclyn Hill coming out as a predator apologist on your 2023 bingo card.
To the victims, I'm so sorry.
Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I want to do like my old intro right now. Let me see if I can remember it. Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss Jaclyn Hill coming out as a predator apologist. And please do not send hate to anybody involved in this video because that is not what these are meant for. They're just meant for us to come online, throw a little bit of shade, talk some shit. I don't remember my old intro, but we are here to talk about Jaclyn Hill. We're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill. But before I go any further in this video, I did want to remind you guys that Jaclyn Cosmetics is having a BOGO sale that is equal or lesser value. You buy one, you get one free, and it is mix and match. I wanted to clarify that from my video from yesterday. This is definitely a great time to stock up on some of your favorites like the setting spray. You have Hair AF that's on sale right now. Also, this hoodie, the GC Squad hoodie, you guys know that I have about 80 of these in my closet because they are so comfortable. I am going to leave an affiliate link down below. I'm not going to bullshit you like RawBeautyKristi where she was like, I get a 2 or 5%. It's 20% that I get, but if you do not want to use my referral link, I totally understand. You can just go on over to Jaclyn Cosmetics and there is no code needed. All you have to do is just add all the items to your cart and it will apply it. If you guys decided to shop the sale, thank you so much. And let me know down in the comment section what you decided to pick up. You know, I'm actually not shocked that Jaclyn Hill would come out in support of James Charles and his brand Painted. If you guys don't know, Jaclyn Hill uploaded a video over on her YouTube channel where she was saying a lot of people were recommending all these new products for her to try. So she was going to try them out. Now, yes, if you're sitting there thinking, was Jaclyn Cosmetics some part of this video? It was. There was like a whole part where she was talking about like a highlighter. It's the best highlighter. And she was holding up the mirror the whole entire time to show the Jaclyn Hill logo. Now, here's my thing with this, because some people are like, well, she should promote her brands because they're her brands. And that would just be smart to do considering the other two ones are closing down. I completely agree with you. However, I think it's a little bit ridiculous that Jaclyn Hill literally told everyone, I don't want to seem like an ad to everyone anymore. That's not me. I don't want to do that, just to continue to be an ad for Jaclyn Cosmetics. Like, we haven't even got one video from Jaclyn Hill after she said that without showing her products at all or having them in the background as a promo. So promote your brand all you want, Jaclyn, but don't try to tell your followers that you don't want to seem like a billboard. You don't want to seem like an ad. Like, come on, girl. Full of shit. So as I said, Jaclyn Hill uploaded a video where she was trying out all these new products and it was riddled with problematic things. I think the first part that I want to talk about though is the fact that Jaclyn Hill threw shade at RawBeautyKristi, which admittedly I was a little taken aback by because I was like, you guys are on the same side. You're supposed to be sticking together. That's what predator apologists do.
Okay, y'all, this is blending out very nicely. And I know that he says like it's crease proof, it's all of that. And I know people will do the most. I mean, literally people will pull out microscopes. We've been there.
But if you don't know the history with RawBeautyKristi and Jaclyn Hill, RawBeautyKristi was one of the ones that literally took down Jaclyn Cosmetics when those lipstick came out. I'm going to word it like that because she uploaded the video with the microscope. She got the close-up of those lipsticks, the hair, the fibers, whatever the was in those things, the contamination. She got it with a microscope. And honestly, that turned a lot of people against Jaclyn Hill because they were like, you told us that these weren't contaminated. You told us that these were perfectly safe for the lips. What's this? What are we seeing in RawBeautyKristi's video? So in Jaclyn's video today, you know, she never wants people talking about these lipsticks. She doesn't want to hear any more shade about the lipsticks. She brought up a microscope. She was talking about a concealer and she was talking about how it says it doesn't crease, but she knows people on the internet are crazy. They were literally bust out microscopes. And she's like, I've already been through that. That's right. You have been through that. And you were dragged for that because you were lying about your lipsticks, Jaclyn. And you will continue to lie about your lipsticks. I bet you if you asked Jaclyn today, she'd probably be like, they weren't contaminated. They were great. I still use them. Remember that Instagram story or TikTok she did where she was like, who still uses their lipsticks from back in the day? No one, because we value our lips. I certainly hope that Jaclyn Hill wasn't trying to throw shade in RawBeautyKristi's direction, knowing that she is getting dragged right now for supporting James Charles, because later in this video, Jaclyn literally picked up the James Charles painted sponge, which is like the size of her head.
Okay, I'm going to be using the James Charles Painted Beauty Sponge. You guys, I already used this once. It is amazing. I do not think enough people are talking about this sponge, actually.
And she shouted him out and said that more people need to be talking about this. I'm surprised that they're not talking about this. They are talking about this, Jaclyn. And I commented on your video and let you know people are talking about his brand, but they're also going to be talking about you, because you just came out as a predator apologist. I honestly don't understand all these influencers that are putting their credibility on the line. I mean, I don't know how much credibility Jaclyn Hill had left, but it's definitely very low right now, considering that she came out in support of James Charles. These influencers are acting as if there has never been another brand that has put out a face paint, an eye paint, a brush set, or a giant sponge. There are millions of makeup brands out there, Jaclyn. You know what you could have chosen to do since this was supposed to be a video where you're trying all these like new products that people were recommending? How about looking through the list of products that people are recommending and choosing some small businesses, some indie owned brands, and supporting them and putting them on, Jaclyn, instead of coming online to your millions of followers, even though you don't get the millions of views. I don't know how many people are actually watching your videos, but you could have come online and done some good. You decided to come online and support a predator. So after Jaclyn Hill's video went up and people saw that she was using Painted, Marlene Estelle had something to say over on Twitter. And I need to take a quick pause real quick because next month, I believe Marlene Estelle is coming to town, and trust me, I'm going to have my teacup and I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to absorb all the information. Now, Marlena says this is not directed at one person, and honestly, after I read it, I was taking it as to Jaclyn, Manny, Nikki Tutorials, and just any influencer that's supporting James Charles. Like, you just add to the list, shall we? Marlena said, the fact that so many people in this community turn a blind eye to an actual child predator to stay in good graces only because of his large following is what ruined this space to begin with. Y'all who have turned a blind eye to this ought to be ashamed of yourselves. It's children. Now I'm going to stop right there. It's very alarming to me though, all these influencers coming out in support of James Charles, because many of them at one time or another have said online how they want to have children. I know that Jaclyn Hill the other month either did like an Instagram story, a TikTok, or a YouTube video with Jordan, and they were talking about how they want to have kids. In my opinion, the energy that it gives off with them coming out and supporting James Charles is, it wasn't my kid, it didn't happen to my child, so the victims. And sadly, I think that's how a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are on the same page with that one with, oh, it didn't happen to my family, so I guess, oh well. Marlene Estelle continued, children should always come above social numbers or money. So you support a predator now? Then what? The bag stops eventually because people won't want to back up predator supporters. And I think that that is actually something that we are seeing now. I think that there are more people being vocal. I said this in our podcast yesterday, that I have seen so many more videos, at least 4 a day, of people calling James Charles out and using the clip of him saying sorry to the victims, or him saying that he is desperate. Now, I don't know, that could be one of those things, like my phone is listening to me and it's just popping up in my algorithm over on TikTok. I'm not exactly sure. I have just been seeing more people call him out. Like, has anybody else been noticing that? And while I'm on that, I think that is something that needs to happen on TikTok, because a lot of these influencers have fooled a whole entire new audience because they're a lot younger. There's a lot more people over there than YouTube now. They have fooled them and been able to like rebrand themselves. We saw it with Jeffree Star. We have seen it with James Charles and Painted. He started that whole other like Painted TikTok thing. I do want to clear something up because I do see comments. I see it on social media, and somebody sent me a video the other day of someone trying to say that myself and a few others, we were horrible representations for the gay community, but also James Charles haters. I'm going to make it clear right here, timestamp it. This is September 14th at 3:04 p.m. That is Central Standard Time because I'm in Texas. Let me go a little bit closer to the camera. I don't want to be part of any community that is okay with the behavior that James Charles has had online. I don't want to be part of any community that is okay with the fact that James Charles came online and admitted that he was sexting with people under the age of 18. I don't want to be part of any community that is in denial about the fact that James Charles literally came on camera and apologized to his victims. So X me out of it. Okay? Let's just be so real right now. There is so much hate being directed at the LGBTQIA plus however many more letters that we need to add community right now, because there are people out there that don't know how to act right, like James Charles. People out here are believing that everyone that's gay, everyone that's trans, everyone that's a drag queen, people are believing that they are out here trying to groom children because there's certain people that don't know how to act right. So the fact that people come online and try to defend what James Charles did, and I'm looking dead in this camera, you are the problem, because you are continuing that conversation by allowing James Charles to get away with his bullshit.
And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
Let's get back to Jaclyn Hill real quick, because there was one other part of her video that literally made me LOL, like in real life, out loud. And that has to be the part where she was trying to say that she has never really found any like purpose, because she just doesn't think it's a good thing to try to trash another brand. Did Jaclyn Hill forget about Ginger Rard and Gerard Cosmetics? Did Jaclyn Hill forget about Marlene Estelle? Did Jaclyn Hill forget about Sal from First Solly when she did that with the whole setting spray thing? Girl, nobody is buying your bullshit of the fact that you don't like to trash other brands. You know what you like to do? Allegedly extort people for about $250,000. That's what you like to do. We learned that when Ginger Rard went on the Sesh podcast and released all of that information, Jaclyn. You have yet to come on camera and address your actions and your behavior. Instead, you want to upload some bullshit ass video where you're pretending to use all these products that your subscribers told you about just so you can hold up Jaclyn Cosmetics as the mirror, making sure the guys, do you guys see this? I hope you guys can see this. Like, girl, you're predictable. And honestly, I think your audience is starting to notice. I saw in your comment section you are removing comments. You removed my comment. I know that. You also are removing anyone basically that says something about James Charles. Maybe after this video goes up, you'll stop doing that to try to save face. I don't know. I have to go back to these influencers thinking it's like the right thing to come out in support of James Charles. Like their audience is just going to be like, oh, so they like him, so I'm going to have to do it. Now with RawBeautyKristi, I could see that because RawBeautyKristi, honestly, in my opinion, from what I've seen online, is unproblematic in that sense. It would be easier for someone to be like, oh, RawBeautyKristi likes James Charles, so I guess maybe he's not that bad, compared to a Jaclyn Hill, another person that has literally tarnished her platform so bad that she is called Jaclyn Shill, Jaclyn Liar Hill. There's many nicknames for Jaclyn Hill that could go around. Another person that I could bring up is Lipstick Nick. She's over there putting pictures on her Instagram or Snapchat stories saying, I just love James Charles Theater so much. It's so amazing. Check the cabinets, bitch. There might be a child stuck in there. My question is, why does Lipstick Nick support all of these problematic people? Why is that? It's very confusing to me. Does Lipstick Nick have some skeletons in her own closet? Because I'm sure that she knows all this really bad shit about all these people that are always talked about. So they must know something about her too. Or she's just a horrible person and she has no morals. Let's be completely honest. If you're going to be okay with a predator, girl. So with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please leave me a popcorn emoji. I'm looking over here at the carpet. Like there's a popcorn bucket on the Is there a popcorn emoji? I don't even know. If there's not a popcorn emoji, just get creative with it and leave me one down below. Let me know how you're really feeling, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.